Welcome to my channel. I teach the Bible here, and I hope that you'll just subscribe and hit the bell, make comments, and help me get this out to as many people as I can get it out to. I'm going to do some teaching on parables that Jesus put out in the 13th chapter of Matthew, and he does the parable of the sower. I'm going to do that in 4 parts, and there's a bunch of other parables. Great teaching from Jesus. Jesus used simple illustrations from life in his time to teach, which is a pretty good way to teach. His world was very, very agricultural. So he talked about a farmer planting his wheat, maybe his barley. They used a lot of barley. And Matthew 13:3 and 4 gets that started. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Okay, the farmer went out to sow or to plant his seed in the field. Probably planting, barley or wheat. And this was done by hand, tossing it out kind of in a broadcasting fashion. The fields were surrounded by paths used to travel to and around the fields. And the path would be a dirt path, and it'd be compacted dirt from people walking on it. Some seed fell on the path. And what happened to the seed next? Well, the birds came along and ate the seed that fell on the path. It was an easy picking for a meal. You know, if you're a bird, oh, look at that. There's some seed sitting on the path. We'll just go down and eat it. And they did. That's what happened to it. So what does this mean? What's the spiritual meaning of all this? Matthew 13, 18, and 19. Jesus explains it. Listen then to what the parable of the sower means. When anyone hears the message about the kingdom and does not understand it, the evil one, that's old Satan, okay, comes and snatches away what was sown in his heart. This is the seed sown along the path. Notice what Jesus calls the message. This is important. He does this all the time, and we miss this. He calls it the message of the kingdom, the message of the kingdom of God. The message is the message of the rule of Jesus in his kingdom. Jesus is Lord or ruler. Make that king of his kingdom. Right now it's in our heart. He rules our heart as we surrender to him. And here's the news flash. Not everyone who hears the gospel, the good news about Jesus, comes to Jesus. Why is that? That's what Jesus is explaining to us. Often they might not understand when they hear it. And they're like seed sitting on the path, waiting for the bird to come along and eat it. So Satan comes along just like the bird would to take the seed. And he snatches what was sown in that person's heart and takes it away. He snatches the seed of the good news about Jesus, takes off with it. How does he do that? Okay, how does the devil pull that off? Well, he lies to the person and creates enough confusion that the rule of Jesus never takes hold. He gets it away before the guy has a chance to figure out how to believe it. This is the guy who hears the good news about Jesus taking his place and dying for him, dying for his sin on the cross. And he just sits there letting the greatest news in the history of the world pass by. Why? He doesn't understand it. It's hard to understand sometimes. It's so simple, it's hard to understand. So Satan runs off with all the good news about Jesus' kingdom, and the guy who heard stays lost in his sin. Sadly, not all who hear say yes. Hope you subscribe, make comments, help me get this out to more people. Be looking for more messages. I'll talk to you real soon.